The recognized symbol of excellence in online entertainment.
I think I figured this out, finally. Technology and me, we are one and the same. But I look really close today. Oddly close. Let's just go ahead and back that up a little bit. That's a little better. And we'll go that way. You know what? It's not the end of the world. Worst things in life, I guess, right? Right. It kind of happens. It's okay. Still working out, little kinks here and there. But that's the way it goes. That's kind of how life is. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing great. Getting everything up and running here. Still figuring out how to do StreamYard. But all is good. So let's see here. Ooh, that's where the comments are. Okay. Hey, Karen. Hey, Karen. Hey. Thank you for hanging with me. And everyone else that's hanging with me. Hopefully, we are live on the multiple different platforms. Holy smokes, we are. Check this out. I think I figured this out. Oh, look at me. Wait, go that way. Live. Live on Twitch. We're doing some stuffs. I'm liking this. Pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. All right. So, welcome. Week 2, Walk the Line. Ramon and I today. Ramon is currently en route. As always, that is one busy guy. Karen, as you know, extremely busy. And I think I just knife-handed Karen, so I'll pay for that later. More than willing to bet that I will pay for that later. You never knife hand Karen. It's not a good idea. It's not an American Karen, it's a Canadian Karen, so let's not freak out here, people. But today we are going to discuss Ramon's genius idea of walking from Los Angeles, California to Washington, D.C. It's a brilliant idea. We're going to talk why he's doing it, the logistics behind it, and of course, his physical preparation, because, not gonna lie, he was not exactly prepared the last time when he did his walk from San Diego to, was it Brownsville, Texas, I believe it is? I think it's Brownsville, Texas. Sounds like it's correct. Whoa! All right, that one everywhere on all those different platforms. Cool, I like it. Julie, welcome. How are you? Hope everything's well. Can everybody hear me just fine? Right, we're still working out, all the stuff that's going on, but, we're going to get there. We're going to figure this out whenever my little partner logs in. It was kind of interesting figuring, I was like, oh no! Where's the intro video? Couldn't find it. I eventually found it. It was a good thing. So, yes. Hope everyone is well. I think I said that. Looking here over at the comments. So, it looks like I can only see Facebook's comments, I think. Maybe if somebody has comments from... what's going on there, Devil? It's a good name. Sounds great. Whoa! Jamie! Not to be confused with, well, she spells her name in a fantastic manner. Not to be confused with Jaime, but it's Jamie. It's not Jaime. In case anyone was wondering. Good. Glad we have clarified that. Let me see. Last message here to Ramon. He has the link. Where is? Oh, you know what he's doing? Because he's trying to be all fashionable. He's probably getting his gold microphone. He's upstaging me. Don't like it. Don't like it. Not really. It's not true. But we got my handy dandy microphone. Wait, it's ready to go. I'm just gonna leave it be. I try to be funny. I'm not very funny. So let's kick this thing off. Ramon will be here in a second anyway. Los Angeles to Washington, D.C. It's a long walk. It's an extremely long walk. As a matter of fact, I've got right here in front of me. Let's kind of map this out for a second. Let's just go straight shot. Capitol Hill from Los Angeles to Washington, D.C. Let's see what we get here. So from my location, I'm about an hour away from Los Angeles. Oh, it does not give me walking directions? Come on now. That's horrible. What if I do it on a bike? It doesn't give me bike directions either. But it does give me train. All right, so we're going to do this by car here. Oh, I heard a ding. That means Ramon is here. But from where I'm at in Southern California all the way to Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., we're looking at 2,633 miles. And, well, this guy here is going to pull this off somehow, some way. Ramon.
Hey.
What's going on? Let's see.
Not
here.
much,
I think I'm liking this look. There we go. That's a little. I'm loving the gold microphone. See, look at us work out the kinks.
Right, I'm gonna have to buy you one, even if it's just for looks right now. I'm just
gonna spray paint one at this point. I just want to. I mean, because I'm not gonna lie. I am a microphone snob. Yeah.
Just makes it look official, like we actually know what we're doing.
Someone's got to know what they're doing. I don't know.
Well, it's not me. I'll tell you that. It's far from being me.
It's far from being you. I don't know about that. So, Julie says hello, Ramon. Oh, and
hey,
you know what?
How are you?
I can.
Let me get a light in here. Let me bring my boy in.
Look at that. See, I can post some comments. We're gonna talk serious topics and we're gonna be funny at the same time. Add a little humor. I don't know how we're gonna do that. We do need the audience participation here, though.
Don't bet UMC. What's up, there, dog?
Yeah, I know. We had a chat about maybe because veterans issues are right serious topic, but we got to be a little lighthearted because there's just so many depressing subjects on the internet because that's what we do. We want to be apparently depressed, I guess. That's not true. But
yeah, I think I think people just have to be ready because it's one of those times when we get into our sense of humor. It's a little dark sometimes.
It is very dark, but we have learned last week that Ramon is a karaoke fan.
Yeah.
I'm a musician. We got to figure out how we can each show maybe as this thing goes, try and weave that in there, right? Maybe pick some songs and see what Ramon will do. I don't know. Something like that. It'd be kind of fun.
I'm mostly into Mexican music. I get down.
Does that mean you're going to dance too?
Yeah. I do a mean mariachi.
I'm totally going to hire a mariachi band because I will not do that justice.
You bring that in here and I will tear it up, man.
Trumpet.
Probably find a new profession if you get me that. I think I'm that good.
If this political thing doesn't work out, you do have a future as a mariachi singer. Oh boy. I learned in the last week that radio is a Marine Ninja Turtle. Yeah. Was that when we were doing the bar? Yeah, that's when we were doing the bar, and I told that funny story about how I flailed like a turtle while being shot at. Yeah. All right, I'll tell the story real fast. So basically what happens is the day I got injured, we were in a very long firefight. So after 2 hours of laying in the prone position with all this gear on, I see a guy puts an RPK up on the berm, crawls up behind it. I'm like, yeah, it's on. And like 2 other guys follow suit. Cool, we're like 600 yards from them. I stand up. Inevitably, they see me because can't miss the gigantic antenna. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, we can hear. Look, what the hell is... Wow.
No, don't tell Ernie that I still have this.
No. Ernie will never know.
He hates me
that
for
you
it.
still have this.
He brought a bunch of his equipment. And he left it here, and we've been using it at our, as needed. So obviously, it's not in the same shape as it was. So.
Oh, whatever's going on in the background.
Yeah, it's just the phone going off.
That happens.
Yeah, so it makes him very, 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 very upset to know that I have his equipment, and I haven't bought him a new one to replace that. So. Well, I buy all his shirts. I buy all his shirts.
Really? That's dedication right there.
And they're expensive, but they are good quality. I haven't bought the last 2. I wore his shirts when I walked.
Quality over quantity, that's for sure.
Yeah, man. So I wore my shirts. I wore his shirts that I paid for.
Okay.
On some of the big events that we did during the walk. Okay. And then I told them the last time we were doing a parade, right? And I was the headliner for that float. And I said, "Hey, man, hook it up with some shirts. I mean, let me wear one of your shirts so I can help promote it." And he's like, "Yeah, man, I'll sell you one. I'll sell you a couple." And I said, "No, man, that's not the way this works."
Funny as hell,
and
actually.
He said, "You're just trying to scam me for a shirt." And I'm like,
Ernie did?
Cheap bastard, yeah.
That is awesome, by the way.
He was worried
can we point out? Wait, what was I going to say? Did you get your? Do you have your parade float wave down? Like, did you have to work on that?
No, so I wrapped myself up with like a little rag or something, and I walked it. I put on my shades, and I walked real cool. And we had shirts and candies and stuff like that, so we were just kind of tossing them out. So it was cool. This is my hometown. Everybody knows what's up.
Everyone knows who you are. You could just go down onto the parade float in your pajamas, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
But so story. So stand up, right? A squirrel moment right there. So I stand up. Inevitably, I'm the first one to get shot at, and then I immediately hit the ground. And my team chief was like a couple feet away from me. He's still laying in the prone position. And he goes, "Radio, you dead?" And I go, "Nope, but that was close." And so then I try to recon slide down this little berm that we were on, except I gracefully kind of rolled, and I did a little combat roll with my radio and all this stuff, and I combat rolled myself into a rut, and I just so happened to land on my back with my radio bag in the rut. And, so there's a problem. I weighed at that time 165 pounds. With all of my gear on, I weighed like 310, 315, give or take. It's a lot of weight. I couldn't get the hell up. I tried, but I was like stuck. And I'm screaming for my team chief, "Huckabee!" And it's loud. Everyone's shooting. I'm screaming for him to, get me the hell up. And he, roll me over or something, like just point me in the right direction again. But instead, he does his little cool guy slide and makes it look all nice and cool. And instead of getting me up, he reaches into his vest and he pulls out a camera. And I'm flailing like this. I can't get the hell up. And he's like, "Hold on!" And he takes a picture of me. So somewhere in the world exists a picture of me flailing like a turtle while getting shot at. And
I think we all experienced a situation with those Alice packs. I don't know, what were they called when you were in?
I had a custom built radio bag. So mine was like a day pack that I had a bunch of stuff just custom built to it, so I could carry a bunch of crap. Which is because I mean, why not, right? It was bad. It was bad. Really. I mean, just
I
Yeah.
mean, I could just imagine, that whole scenario. If it happened to me out in Camp Pendleton, and I can imagine if it happened to me in combat or in any other situation where, you can't. I mean, it was just one of those things, right? And you can't roll one way, you can't roll the other, you can't bend forward. I don't know too many people strong enough to do a sit up with one of those on their back.
There was no way that was happening. I was like, it was that moment where I was perfectly wedged, you know. And I guess that's kind of like my payback for what I get when I was laughing my ass off a few days prior to that when Huckabee fell into a river and I wouldn't get him out. I just was laughing at him the whole time. Like he was just walking. It's like middle of the night. We're doing our little like cool. Just so people know, when you're doing like some sort of op, you're trying to be all sneaky. Like, all right, here we go. We're being sneaky because we're the cool guys.
Who is MD
And
Concept?
yeah, it was horrible. I had my MVGs on. I had these PVS 15s. I have full depth perception. And all of a sudden, Huckabee's walking. And then he was just gone. And I'm like, what the? And he like fell into like this sinkhole and then dropped into this river. And I was just dying laughing. Turned on all light. Like all discipline goes out the door. Like, people are going to see us now. And he's like, get me out. And I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. And it's like 30 degrees out. We were there in the wintertime, so he's freezing. It was great. Good times. And suddenly I have... Wait, what's Julie say here? And suddenly I have a vision of a heap of people rolling around like turtles.
Yep. Prior service, U.S. Air Force and Army Reserve, Illinois Army Guard.
That's awesome.
MD, I can't see I wish I could see more, but all we can see is just a little, the profile picture and a comment with their
Yeah.
name.
So prior service, U.S. Air Force
So
Reserve and Army Reserve.
we will be walking the line through Illinois, probably through the southern part. And I'm thinking just today when we were chatting this morning that we can peel off and have our caravan drive us up to Chicago for a rally. If we can coordinate that, I would love to, hold something in downtown Chicago. And it's just, I love that city to begin with. But yeah, we will be. The plan is to cut through Illinois, and that's the correct way to say it, right? You're in Texas.
Illinois.
Oh, she's from.
Texas
Oh,
is my... Okay, you travel for drill weekend all the way up to Illinois?
check this out.
That's kind of impressive. That's dedication right there. That
Hey.
really is. So, there it is.
Huh?
Look at that Texas flag. It's pretty
Yeah.
nice.
So I really, Texas is my second state. After spending so much time and leaving so many so much sweat and so many tears in that state. I mean, I truly, truly love it.
Don't forget the cow that you met.
Yeah, but you
What was that?
can't make up the type of what's the word? They were just so friendly. And I can still smell the dust. This was flying in Texas, and it was a gift brought into me. That not just the friendliness, but just the hospitality. People were, invite me into their house. Obviously, I couldn't stop. I was on the trail ride, but they invite me into their house, invite me to eat. They said they had extra beds, and this is just like random people, just like, hey, what are you doing this for? And
Like, hey, how's it going?
yeah, and then walking us, bring us in. So it was a great time in Texas. I really, really, truly, truly love it. I feel that I'm way more of a Texan than Ernie, by the way. Which I'm gonna message right now. We got to bring him on real quick.
Yeah, if you want me to, I definitely will do that.
We'll tell
So
him right.
yeah, let's kind of circle back around. So obviously you did the walk last year. It was from border of San Diego, Tijuana, and all the way over to Texas. So basically from Pacific Coast all the way into Texas, ending in the Gulf of Mexico. A
Yeah.
few weeks ago, Ramon calls me and goes, got a great idea. We're going to go Los Angeles to D.C. And I'm like, damn it. All right, we're doing this. But one of the things is we had a meeting today. We're starting to put the team together, right? Got to get a team. And no team is complete, by the way, without at least one or two Canadians. We have a Canadian on the team. Absolutely love it. But a lot of lessons learned from your walk. I think that's safe to say.
Yeah, I was I just today, right? We supposed to have a 15-minute conversation, but discussing what the do's and don'ts and the things we need to do differently. Uh, it just got crazy, right? Like to think of all the crazy stuff that we had to overcome, and just what this mindset, right? The Marine Corps mindset, adapt and overcome, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I applied that every step of the way, because every step of the way was like a challenge. Missing one, one person quitting at the last minute. My buddy stepping in and then losing me up in the mountains, and to the border guardians that were trying to pin me down, and were shaking me down for my green card. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one.
yeah, that was a funny one. And I don't, I'm an American, so I don't need to be apologetic about who my, what I look like and where I'm at. And so I don't apologize, and I don't show anybody anything, because I'm an
Yeah.
American. And
You shouldn't have to.
I think the confidence that I walk with, though, really, like, it threw them off a little bit, because they were like, okay, so this guy's not running from me. This guy's walking right at me. This guy is not pulling out his wallet. This guy is not asking for help. So they're like, "Oh, are you the new property owner?" Nope. What do you? I'm out for a nature walk, man. What's up?
Nature walk, huh?
And I said, "Where's the next town? Because I'm lost." So they did point me in the right direction, but they didn't offer to drive me out there. I was half dead, but I think
The
that's
hell?
important. I think that's important, that at all times that we that in order to be what it is that we say we are, we have to act like it, right? And so I'm an American, and I live it through and through, and I act like it, and that's that, and I don't apologize for anything else. But it was
No.
funny to see that, though, because obviously a lot of the undocumented, the illegals coming through, they look just like me, and so I can understand that. But at the same time, I don't give a shit. I'm
That
gonna.
was. Oh no, I know. It was. It's interesting though, because to touch on the training of this, you were actually at this point in time, right? You're doing a little working out. We're getting prepared. There was like, correct me if I'm wrong. There was like zero training, I think, for.
3 days.
Oh, there's 3 days.
About 8 miles, I think. Of the third time we did it on flat land here on farmland,
Three.
and I got some bad blisters. So I was like, "Hey, we'll just put it off. We'll just do it as we go." So the first day,
Oh my God! If that younger Marine could see you now, you got blisters and you're like, what the hell? Like, oh, my
yeah,
feet hurt. Got to stop for the day.
yeah, it was just too funny. You get banned in Texarkana for exercising civil
Yeah,
liberties.
I can't. No exercising your civil liberties in
Oh boy.
Texarkana.
Yeah, I might get in trouble in some places, but who cares? I mean, we survived, brother.
I
We
mean, that's
survived
life.
worse.
You're supposed to like kind of like ruffle little feathers, here
I
and there.
mean, look, man, if safety is a concern when you're stirring shit up, then don't stir shit up. If you're concerned, you get a little dirty. We're gonna do what we need to do, and obviously, this is for our veterans, and I just hope that we're able to unite enough people behind us, so that everyone can I'll swap your blisters for my Achilles tendonitis.
Are we trained? Are we trading ailments here?
Yeah, no, man. I got enough of my own. I don't need to.
Julie's.
It's not a competition, Julie. It's not a
Yeah.
competition.
No, Julie will make it a competition. Julie, no, 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 not good enough. Whoa, what's going on
Whoa,
here?
whoa. Mindset,
Whoa,
baby.
now.
Ernie
All
Schultz.
right. So, how many? The training that you're doing now. We discussed it. So, kind of circle back around. You were doing about like 50 miles a day give or take on average?
No, those were the high days, 50, some over 50. But I think about 35 to 40 was probably the average. Yeah.
Okay.
So, so we got to the point where my stride went from a 24-inch stride, in between steps to 32-inch stride, about 1,600 steps per hour, roughly 1,300 or 1,600, depending. In the mornings we would do what was like 2 minutes of running, 3 minutes of walking until, I could feel the fatigue set in. Then it was just walking from there on out. And we would walk 10, 12 hours, even 14 hours at times. And
it was a Walmart parking lot, and I was aid of a disabled person and no phone. I was keeping an eye out. Yep, that happens.
I don't know. I'm lost.
You can't exercise your civil liberties.
Oh, I got it.
Walmart parking lot. Walmart parking lots tend to be very strange these days.
I don't go much to Walmart. I do the quick pickup on the side. They got that, and that's it.
That's true. That is a thing.
I mean, if you want to get into a fight or something like that, go to a Walmart. It's nuts.
Oh, she's taking shots here. Look at this one.
How tall is she?
You're short, so it takes more steps.
Oh, we're going to make her walk with us. Talking all that shit.
Oh, my God. That is hilarious right there. I love that. That is the comment of the day.
Oh, Julie. How tall are you, Julie?
I believe Julie's tall. I think she said she's like 5'8", 5'9", if I remember correctly. Yeah, I believe she's like 5'9". So she's my height.
Oh, Julie got the jokes. We're gonna make her walk with us. Where do you live, Julie?
Australia.
Hey, she's 5'9".
How are you gonna do that one now? Pretty soon you're gonna be taking this thing is gonna. Who knows what we're gonna do next year? Next year, you're gonna call me and be like, "All right, check this out. We're getting a boat.
We're going to Australia.
Getting
a hot air balloon, floating to Australia, and then doing a
hot air balloon floating to Australia.
Yeah, we'll head out on a hot air balloon. I think we can do that. You'll be ready to go by then.
Okay.
We'll do a little training prior to that. Doesn't get better than that, man. I'm barely tall enough to meet my Air Force height requirement. I didn't know they had requirements in the Air Force. It was just like good credit and you're in, right?
Holy crap, that's awesome. So this time around, I brought tears to my eyes. That's funny. Oh God.
I remember the recruiter saying, "You got good credit." I'm like, "I'm 17. I don't have credit."
I don't even have what's credit? Is that thing that yeah. So last time, raise awareness to deported veterans. This time, you're like, "No, we got multiple issues. We're not just doing the one thing. We're gonna ruffle some feathers going all the way across." When we had our meeting this morning, okay.
I would have made it in with flying colors.
Outstanding. So, kind of preparation for everything. We were looking at a route, and then we discovered, okay, you're going to now. Yes, you're pretty much walking the whole distance. There's no one that's going to be able to sit there and kind of question that one. And if they do, they can shove it. But there are going to be parts of this trip where you are inevitably going to have to well, that's a little too dangerous. I'd rather still be alive and not get run over by a train like last time.
The goal isn't to show the world what a badass I am. The goal is to bring awareness to the issues that veterans are facing, right? There are people who can do this. There are much bigger, tougher men and women, Julie. I get it. You're tough. Big and tall.
And she's in Australia where everything tries to kill you.
Yes, and she's in Australia. So I get it, Julie. I get it. So for that reason,
we gotta have another Australian, maybe a Canadian.
Yeah, we absolutely do. So we don't, it's not about showing how tough I am, but there are some areas, especially areas on the freeway where they don't have a service road, where there aren't trails where we can go around certain sections. And for that reason, I don't want to risk my life either. Yeah, so we'll skip it. We'll skip a mile or two, depending. We're gonna get Oscar on board. Oscar will be in charge of that. He'll make those calls. He knows how stubborn I am and how adamant I am about walking as much as possible. He also let me run into a lot of trouble last time just to laugh at me, including almost getting
You almost did get impaled by a train, and this
yes.
wasn't like it wasn't like a little tiny like. No, it was a freight train.
There was a train.
And then Oscar's like, "Hey, there! Did you see that train? Yeah, it almost hit me."
Yeah, when I left the Marine Corps, I was sprinting. I was doing about a 4.5, 4.6. I was really, really fast. I had speed, but I don't think I've ran that fast since I left the Marine Corps. Man, I sprinted through that bridge. I mean, I got there so fast. My hat flew off. All the little junk I had on flew off. But anyway, so Oscar will be in charge of. There will be specific sections. We do expect to have a full team this time, including a road scout. Send somebody out ahead to probably scout the next day or two of my walking route. Or we're gonna have most of it mapped out, obviously. But when you get there, when you have it mapped out, even on Google Maps, right? You get there, and it's all entirely different when you're there in person. So they'll determine whether I have to skip a mile or two, and as little as possible. So that's realistic. We did have to skip a section in Arizona that was like pretty bad. That was about 75, 95 miles, I believe, that we skipped. That was like real treacherous. It was just, now let's just put it this way. We ran into the scouts for the cartels out there. They didn't
Ah,
mess with me. I spoke to them in Spanish. Told me just walking through, veteran, and this is what I'm doing. And they left me alone, but I knew what was going on. And so, yeah, there was several areas in Arizona and southern near the border, up especially in the mountain ranges. So we had to be careful. In some of those areas, we just had to skip because it was just. And we'll do it again. Like I said, it's not about showing that I can do every single inch of that walk. It's about raising awareness as we go along and sacrifice as much as we do. Because I'll tell you what, man, that I laying down for 2 months after coming home, like it was bad, man. And you saw how
yeah,
much weight I put on so quickly, and and we're gonna go through it again. And it's not. I think that next this time we'll be able to handle it much better. I'll be ready. I'll be able to walk the longer distances at the beginning without tearing up my body as fast as I did. I'll be ready for that. We're gonna go. At first, I went on just socks or whatever. This time, we'll be doing full on wraps on my feet from the get go to make sure
yep.
that I don't develop any blisters and infections. So,
So one of the things actually that we were looking at and discussing this morning um, was there's this whole safety element to this. So as we start to slowly plan out the route, there's the safety element that I just mentioned, where like, okay, you ran into the scouts for the cartel, right? But it was just literally you and Oscar,
yeah,
you know, right? So this time you're like, okay, we need to have, obviously we have the safety vehicle, then we have the safety vehicle driver, then we have Ramon. Okay, cool. Well, we want to record this, so we got to have a camera guy and maybe an assistant for that. We need to have somebody there that's either medically trained in
preferably,
some
yeah.
way, shape, or form, or have some sort of medical so you're looking at easily 5 or 6 people on this with you this time. There's all sorts of things that we were looking at as far as what's the medical equipment that you're going to take this time around,
Mhm.
like, because that's a big thing. I think obviously your feet, you did this, I didn't. I stayed from the comfort of the AC. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna. I don't think it's gonna be that like that complicated. We're not gonna go. Obviously, we just have to make sure that I'm in good health, that I'm in better shape this time than last time because I was pretty chubby. And this time we're trimming down. Not only that, my workouts, even the weightlifting is more of a lean. Obviously, we want to trim down on the top, on the torso area, and get the legs stronger, and drop as much weight as possible. Because if you just add it, I mean, every extra, like the 20 pounds, every step that's how much more pressure is on your lower body. So
Yep.
this time we're getting ready like a professional athlete would. Um, like I said, the weightlifting, the actual diet, and the conditioning. I'm gonna be in great shape when the time comes, and we'll be ready to rock and roll, man. I mean, we just that is gonna make it that much easier for us to complete the mission. And I want to complete it on time. I want to be back. I want to be back home by mid-August. By my birthday. I celebrated my birthday away from my family last year. And I want to be home with them this time. So I don't know if that's enough time, to be honest with you, but we want to do it. And
So, you're talking about time.
yeah, so
I
it's like
believe
June,
we
July.
discussed 88 days or something of that nature, right?
That's roughly about the 80 days, mid-August. 80
So,
days. That's
starting end of May,
mm-hmm.
and then
All of June, July, and half of August.
so
So
things that we were looking at along this route are there's the route that you're going to walk, but then inevitably, you're going to come to an area where it's like, okay, well, I'm in this cool city, but also up here, right? And like, oh, there's Chicago. But
hmm
that's not on the way of where I'm going.
yeah,
So we got to drive up there. How many like rallies, press conferences, and stuff like that do you think we'll be able to schedule in this?
I would like to schedule a minimum of 10,
Okay.
10 major rallies, and a good 25, smaller, presentations at local VFWs or American Legions, or even at city halls, where we're able to meet with elected officials. And obviously we want to carry the message as far and as to as many people as possible. um, I think that sometimes we get lost in everything else that's happening in the world. We just saw the news on Russia, and I just saw my cousin posting. They already have, remember all the brainwashing, like, oh, we're ready to go to Baghdad, and it was always like in our cadences how we were going to take out China or
Yep.
Iraq or whatever. They're already getting ready to, for Russia, and I think we're so quick and ready to tear up. Ooh, I like that. Ready to tear up, and go to war. And as Americans, we're war happy, right? We're like ready for it. When we come back,
Yeah, we really are.
we have to address that as well. Our young men and women are ready to, step up and do what needs to be done. But we also need to take care of them when they come home, because they're no longer whole. We're no longer intact. We're no longer able to do what everyone else does and just go on about our business like the rest of the world. So we need to invest as much as we can, and take care of our veterans. So that's the goal, right? And we want to remind people. We want to remind people how many veterans are homeless right now. We want to remind them how many veterans commit suicide every single day. We want to remind them, how many are in prison, how many are addicted to drugs, how many are deported, and how many are struggling just to get along every single day. So, anyways,
Just to
that's the
survive.
goal. Yeah, that's the goal,
Yes.
and we shouldn't. I mean, I had this fucking guy said the other day, that half of us fake or half of us fake what's wrong with us, like what we say is wrong with us for disability compensation. And I'm like, really, really, you damn
Like
turncoat, like
really?
come on, man. Like,
Like,
are there fakers? Sure. There are people who fake to get welfare. There are people who lie on their taxes, millionaires who lie on their taxes. There are everywhere in this world, there are cheaters, and it is what it is. But for that, we're going
yeah.
to punish and make our veterans go get a damn attorney that specializes in veterans benefits.
Yeah, that's absolutely. I mean, that's ridiculous right there. And you and I both know that. I mean,
Right,
it's. I'm
right.
just impressed right here, by the way, real fast. So screen name
Desert Shield,
username is MD Concept, I believe it is. So she's
yeah,
the one
yeah.
that was saying that, if I remember correctly, looking at the comments earlier, Air
Yep.
Force, Reserve, Army Reserve, and now National Guard. Desert Shield veteran? Holy crap!
Desert Shield. That's Desert Storm, Desert Shield, 91. Yeah, I just added you
90.
on Facebook, by the way, MD Concept. I hope I'm saying
Yeah.
it right.
I hope so too, because sometimes there are names where I'm like, oh boy, I
Oh,
really
there's
hope I don't
Ernie.
butcher this.
There's
Is
Ernesto
that an
Mariscal.
Ernie? Oh
Yeah,
boy. Let me send that to. I'm going to send the link to Ernie real fast, so Ernie's going to
it's
get a message from me.
Ernest Mariscal,
Yep.
and I am wearing his T-shirt. Keep up the
Oh,
fight.
you are not currently in. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to.
Keep up the fight apparel. Let's get him in here. Yeah, no, MD got out in 99. That Desert Shield, that's the 90s, baby. That's old school. That's a
The
trailblazer
Ernie.
for us.
No, that's actually really, really cool. You don't see. You know, I say this: they waged the damn perfect war.
Mhm.
They really did. You know, that was.
Thanks.
I mean, that was. They set the
I mean, General
precedence.
Shortstop, Bush Senior. They knew what they were doing. Vets
Yeah,
to industry.
they
Hey,
set the
what's up, Matt?
precedence, and it's for all of us. And it's Matt's awesome. He is from the UK.
The
Had a chat with
UK,
him a
right?
little bit.
He
Yeah,
asked
he is
us
from
last week
England.
about coming over and with PTSD if that would affect his
That is
immigration.
correct.
That's
So
right.
let me see here.
We should bring an attorney, an immigration attorney, one of these days to help with some of those questions, or some of our veterans that are like green card soldiers or stuff like that, and then maybe they can help
Yeah.
with some of the questions. Not one of these days. Ernie, did you get the link? I can forward the link to you.
Radio's still learning how to like juggle.
Here, let me do this.
40.
I'll forward it.
Oh, actually, you have the link. Yeah, there you go. Ramon,
Yes,
do
let me
something.
forward it. I'm gonna
Not
forward
like
it
you're
to
a
you,
politician.
Ernie. I am pretty good at a lot of stuff.
You are. I mean, you are. You got like you do home inspections and electrical where you're not electrocuting yourself. Let's just talk about how that's
Let's
a
just
plus
say
right
that I
there.
haven't died from electrocuting myself.
That is a plus. Meanwhile, me with low voltage, I'm just like, okay, please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. It's like
I've been shot plenty of times, and it still terrifies me. We were in Guanajuato a few months ago. Ask Ernie how I react to electricity. Though he'll tell you the story about. He's got a funny one. So Ernie, I just messaged you the link on Messenger.
I'll
Go ahead
see
and
it
jump
show
on,
up here.
brother. Jump on and do what you do, man.
Yes,
He's a
we
special
will,
one.
Oh, he's special.
So,
All right.
let me talk about
is
Ernie,
definitely
man.
special.
So Ernie and I have been friends for a very long time, and we met by being advocates for veterans and doing different things. Right? It was just inevitable. We ran into each other. We live in the same town, and we became good friends. And he was a motivational speaker. He is a motivational speaker, but as he was developing that skill, he was posting these videos, and I said, man, you're starting to sound like what's his name? Robert Godfrey. You remember him?
Robert.
The Godfrey guy? Just always
Oh
like
yeah.
maybe it's not Robert, but Godfrey's the last name. And I told Ernie, you're starting to sound like this Godfrey guy. He was so mad at me. He was like, you're a dick. Why can't you be nice about it? I said, man, that's what friends are for, brother. But you know what? He cleaned that up. He straightened up a little bit, and he's done. If you see him speak in person, he's fantastic. He's a great motivational speaker. I wouldn't say public speaker because I know I got him on that one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, public events and stuff like that where you got to give speeches. But he's all right. He's all right.
He's all right. He's all right.
When
Well, we'll bring on the man that is all right. There he is, Ernie.
Oh.
What's going on, guys?
Motivational speaker extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire.
He's sexy too.
Man that has made fun of a boot that might make a comeback.
Oh man, yeah, we need more of that. We need more of the boot.
I don't know. The boot might show up here in about a month or two. Been having some phone calls with him. He was thinking of doing the walk. He's just, I don't know if he's not motivated enough or something. I just got to figure it out. We'll figure it out. Ernie, what's going on, buddy?
Not much, man. Just living day to day, enjoying every day, maximize every day, and just, loving life, because that's all we can do, man.
Yeah.
You have your ups and downs, but you just got to take them and learn from them and fucking keep moving forward.
Hey,
there you go. Look
true.
at that mindset. That badass mindset T-shirt.
You know what? That's all it was. You asked me, how'd you do it? Mindset. It was a T-shirt that I paid for, by the way, because I don't get free T-shirts. Even though I'm on the show and we're talking to folks from Australia, from Britain, from Texas, and I still got to pay for this. Texas, by the way, is my second home state. If I ever retire, that is where I'm going.
Texas, baby.
I like McAllen.
Let's just say this. Texas, when Californians come there, can you just please make sure that we don't California, Texas? That's all I'm asking. Please don't California, Texas.
Let me tell you, man, I have a friend who retired in his 70s. He sold his mansion out in Carlsbad, a home he bought for, $85,000 40, 50 years ago.
Jesus.
And he sold it for about $1.5 million. So he made his fortune in California and said, I am out of here. I hate you communists. And he left to South Carolina. He is driving the government officials crazy in Myrtle Beach because, they don't have enough people regulating like construction. So his house wasn't built up to par. All the things that you find in California, they don't have in South Carolina. And so that really, 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 really pisses him off. And I'm like, you left California because all the regulations, and now you're complaining because they don't have that many in South Carolina. So, anyways, it's just too funny to see that. Right? He hated California, and now he's frustrated.
Hey, Ernie, are you on a Bluetooth?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like, I'm hearing something feedback here. Something is very.
Want me to get off that?
Yeah, man.
Just so we don't. Ramon and me, we talk a lot. We don't need to hear more of us as much as I would love for that to happen. Oh, he wants to. Oh, look at that. Did you recognize that light? That light looks.
I let him borrow it. I don't know how many years ago, and he still has it.
So one day when he's the president of the United States of America,
I'm gonna make Ernie the ambassador to the Philippines.
Yeah, we do that. There's gonna be a lot of Ernies running around, so I don't know if we want to do that.
We're gonna get him snipped before he goes out, though. We don't want any.
Yeah, definitely have to do that.
I mean, which G carries? Wait, hold on. Which G carries Bluetooth feedback?
I have no idea. That's getting too technical. That's for you, radio. I don't.
I know. That's why I had brought that up. I'm like, wait a minute. That's an interesting question. I've got to think about this. Ernie, what have you been doing? What are you going to do for the walk? Are you going to walk at all with Ramon?
I probably will walk some. I do have a full-time job, and I manage a freaking about 200 vehicle fleet of trash trucks. And trash, as you know, never stops. So I'm a very busy person, and also
doesn't stop either. We get it.
I'm a little trashy, and I do. Of course, I do my speaking. I also run my business selling inspirational T-shirts on keepupthefight.com. So I'm always doing something.
We found our
shameless
first sponsor.
Shameless plug. Got to have shameless plugs.
Hey, radio, we found our first sponsor there.
You know what? Look at that. Oh,
there
people
it is.
in the chat. Ramon does this thing. We're gonna have to. We're gonna need some help on finding things because there's only so much that a couple of us can do.
He just plugged in the apparel. If you sell any shirts. No,
Yeah,
Ernie was good
definitely,
enough. He designed our last set of T-shirts. I actually need to reach out, so we need a design already for the new one. launching off, and I kind of want to do something in tribute to Long Beach and the Cesar Chavez Park where we're launching it off. So,
Oh, I came up with an idea.
What's that?
I have an idea.
What's the idea?
We need to have a competition for a logo.
Ooh, that'd be good.
That would be
Right?
nice.
Like, obviously, we discussed having multiple different things for when it comes to that for the walk, but yeah, we need to have a radio's thinking today. Maybe it's the beer.
Yeah.
that I'm growing. Maybe
We can do some of that. Yeah, we have some. We have Pete Brooks, the great artist. Like, you know, we do. I would like to do a few shirts, and especially we show up to these rallies, to pay tribute to the state or the city or whoever the heck, whatever. You know, I mean, I think we'll have that coordinated by then. So that's gonna be your job, Ernie.
Coming up with a logo or a graphic.
With the graphics.
Nice, yeah. I'm thinking. I'm already thinking something. Coast to coast.
Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting.
So this morning you brought up something very interesting about Philadelphia and Ton Tavern.
Yes. Thank you for mentioning this. I did not come up with this idea, though. It was our resident Canadian that is on board, the Karen, who's like, hey, you need to go through Philadelphia because of Ton Tavern. And I'm like, how the hell did we not think of this?
A Canadian thought of it, though.
A Canadian thought of it, so thank you, Canada.
That's pretty awesome, man. You guys do that. That would be awesome.
We are.
Yeah.
We are. We just got to implement it into everything we're doing. Obviously, we don't want to add that much wear and tear, because, they don't make this kind of stuff, twice. God created one and only, and we don't want to destroy me forever, so
Now let me ask this: is that tavern still operational?
No, Tavern is a freeway overpass. In fact, there's a sign in Philadelphia that basically it says Ton Tavern, and like in, around, or somewhere in this vicinity was a bar where the Marine Corps was created.
So there's a museum there? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's not there.
Put that down, huh?
That's been gone for who knows how long. Maybe
No, because I was already thinking of going there and obviously drinking a few beers and recreating that night.
You gotta be a Marine for that. You gotta be a Marine.
You gotta be a Marine.
Well, I could be, just a standby, or
We'll let you in. How about that?
There it is.
Ernie,
I was in the bar when it was created. I watched him. I saw
Ernie,
it.
Yeah. Like I'll be the quality control guy or something.
There you go. You be the
Wasn't it like I remember at airborne school, or whenever I was with the Army or any branch, so I was gonna be a Marine. Then there's gonna be Ernie. Is like, I remember when it was created, they wanted me to join, and then I fell over drunk.
I was gonna be a Marine, but my favorite is I was gonna go to the service, but
oh, that one's horrible.
But I'd punch juice out in the face if you told me so.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'd kick somebody's ass.
Oh shit.
Well, my daddy was in the Marine Corps, and my son was in the Marine Corps. That doesn't make you a Marine, bro. That makes you
sorry, you gotta earn the title.
That makes you the biatch in the middle. That's all that makes you, man.
Oof.
Anyway.
He's got jokes, and I got the air drums.
Threat me with a good time.
Right? I just laughed the one, or like not the Marines, but my dad was in the service, my son is in the service, or some. I'm just like, you shouldn't even say that out loud. You should just keep it to yourself, because that makes it seem like your dad had balls, your son had balls,
and you had none.
They skipped your ass, motherfucker.
Oh my God, that's great. I love that. So we've got to work. Okay, so actually we had another interesting one here. Oh, not interesting, but valid question. Which mediums for the logo? So I am a punk rock guy, and I am I'm thinking stickers, because
definitely
we cannot confirm nor deny. I mean, Ramon would never vandalize any.
Oh, deface.
Yes, thank you.
Deface, stop sign, whatever.
No,
Anything
no.
wrong with
However, there might be an idiot or two because there's always an idiot in every group.
Possibilities, yes.
We also have a
Possibilities,
fan club. We have people following us.
Yeah.
We also
Well,
Yes.
it's kind of cool actually. And good news, this time we are actually starting this months in advance from last time. Because
Yes.
last time I think it was like 2 weeks when I met Ramon, and then all of a sudden I'm like, so when are we doing this? Like next year? I was like, no, 2 weeks.
Well-
I'm leaving.
So, well, check this out. Ramon says, hey, I'm going to walk from, San Diego to, what was it, McAllen, correct? And so he tells me this. I'm like, shit, man. All right, let's do this. I'll support you, man, 100%. So it was what, a Monday when you kicked it off?
a Monday, yeah.
Okay, so I'm driving to San Diego to go, see this happen. So we're right on the border. So what does this freaking 21-year Army veteran do when he sees a sign that says, do not go past this sign?
U.S. government property.
Yes. What do you think I did?
Well, you got to go past the sign. There's
I
no
said-
other way.
Hey, I said, fuck it, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
So
of course.
so I'm driving on the border now, like in between the fences. And this border patrol guy like rushes towards me. He was like, what are you doing? Oh, I got a guy that's walking from San Diego to McAllen, and I'm trying to find the starting point. And he goes, wait right here. So he does a U-turn, and then he gets behind me and turns his lights on. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I'm sitting here waiting for direction to find my friend. And then he starts
Who
asking me all
gets
kinds of
lost
questions.
quite a bit, actually.
What happened?
He gets lost quite a bit, actually.
I do.
So, yeah, he starts asking me all these questions. I was like, look, man, I'm not here doing anything illegal. You can check my car. I don't care. I just need to find my friend so I could be there. And so they start searching my car. They do all this shit. And they were like, what in the hell were you thinking by crossing that damn, that line where it says do not cross? I said, just like this, I go, well, I saw it. And then I said, I don't give a fuck. And I kept going. They were like, son of a bitch.
I was like, great, good job, Ernie. Great example for my son who was in the back seat.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah.
Oh, you didn't mention that part.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that part. Yeah, that was
Oh, God.
great
that's
example.
awesome. Good example. There's got to be a good
With
example
this look
everywhere.
on his face, like, what the fuck just happened? Ernie,
Oh, my God.
tell him about me and electricity. Tell him about those TJ boys that challenged us when we were in Mexico, and they challenged us to that. What are those? Shocks? Or,
Yeah, it was like some type of shock treatment or
you know those two
Yeah,
sticks that you hold with electricity on it, and they increase the voltage.
yeah. So we're in Guanajuato, Mexico, and we're highly
We're
Intoxicated.
enjoying the evening.
Enjoying the evening. Yes, that's a good one.
yes, there you go. We were at a high rate of festivities.
Ah, that's a good one.
And so this guy comes around. He has this, two, rods that you hold on to, and then he just, turns up the voltage, and you get your ass shocked, right? So I grab it, and he turns it up, and I'm like, "Fuck this, man! I'm fucking gonna continue my festivities." And then Ramon gets up, and he grabs them.
No.
And
I
he's like-
said no. Remember, I said no because I didn't know when to let go. And then that guy from TJ was like, competition. Let's all do like a circle jerk. Like everybody hold on to it. You remember that? And how
Yeah. And yeah, so we start doing this thing, and Ramon's like continuing to hold on to these damn leads. And I get up and I'm kind of like swaying left and right. And I'm like, dude, you're like every meme of the fucking Marine, dude.
So I was literally holding them, and everybody's dying around me, and I'm just staring at the guy that challenged me. I was like, "You challenged the
I love it.
wrong." MF or like
wrong Marine to chat. And it's
Yeah,
funny
'cause I was
because
I passed on it, and I told Ernie I passed on it because I don't know when to let go. And eventually, your body starts to, you can't control it, and so you can't let it go even if you want to. So what you have to do is it's not going to give you a heart attack. It's a mild heart attack. But,
mild heart attack.
Yeah, you just have to hold on and keep a straight face. Anyways, I kicked everybody's ass in that bar that challenged me. Everybody that came in, so these guys were like, Jesus. I mean, it got us like a few rounds of free shots, right?
Yeah, that
of the good stuff.
Good for the because I don't remember how I got home that night.
Neither
or to our hotel.
How did we get back here? I don't know. All right.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it was about 9:30 when we left. We're old.
Yeah,
we're old.
What the hell?
Oh, yeah, we kind of went hard in the paint, man.
We went hard until 9:30 p.m. and then went back to our room and slept until noon the next day.
And then started drinking again.
Oh, okay. So you went true military fashion. I won't say Marine Corps because there are plenty of Army, Navy, and Air Force. I don't know about Space Force. Does Space Force drink? Are they allowed to drink?
You know, that's a good question. That's something we need to ask and find out. Because I don't know
anyone in the Space Force comment section here. Anyone Space Force?
I'm just afraid to ask.
So since Ramon likes electricity, when Julie's here, she likes zapping people apparently. So
there it is. Well,
Julie has it out for me.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, one of those, see somebody in a parking lot that has to zap them kind of thing, but.
No, it's completely. I'll let her tell you what her profession is. It's pretty cool.
Is it? Okay.
You're in for a world of hurt.
Yeah, it's zapping people could be a fetish thing too. Who knows?
I don't know.
Wait.
Ever put on a 12-hour clock or 12-hour clock? Ever get? I'm still learning how to read. Marines.
Or lockdown without knowing.
Thank you, politician. Help me out.
Without knowing who had the control. So basically, they couldn't get out.
Wow.
Scent stays drinking you under the talk. Oh boy. That's right. You just stay drinking. Scent stays drinking you under the talk. James, you're gonna have to repeat, brother, because I'm a little confused.
Well, the talk is how do they spell it? Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, he's talking. We're talking about like Tactical Operations Center.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, cause that's the Army. That's what you guys call it in the Army.
Yes.
Army, yeah.
In the Marine Corps, we call it the. It starts with a C.
We speak jarhead.
COC, or you guys can read between the lines on that one. Minus the K.
Yeah, so I'm a little. James is drunk. That makes
He's drunk.
That's what
Look at that.
Like. It looked like drunk
James.
Texas. That's what's
Good.
good.
There we go. That explains a lot.
No pics, please. No pics. You know what comes next after the drunk text?
Oh yeah. What are you talking about? The Royal Hypno or what?
I don't know,
man. That's all bad.
Love it.
That's all bad.
James, where are you messaging from?
Yeah. Are you in the Space Force? We are trying to find somebody in the Space
I
Force.
think he said he's intoxicated, right?
Yeah, he said he's drunk. That's why I'm asking him where he's at.
Wait.
Make sure you got a DD, buddy.
Stick figures.
Got long few pairs. You don't want to see that.
Stick figures.
I don't know what this means.
Wait, are we? Wait, is this an electrical reference? Few pairs.
I think he's talking about his socks.
I am told. Wow, that got weird fast.
That did.
Oh, Fort Benning, Georgia. All right, baby.
Fort Benning.
Hall of Airborne. Airborne.
No, Columbus, Ohio.
No, Fort Benning, Georgia.
He's in Fort Benning, Georgia now.
How many? Columbus, Ohio, Fort Benning, Georgia. Oh wait, how many? I think
Columbus, Ohio. Fort Benning, Georgia is his home now.
Ah,
He's just, you know,
I think he's
probably in
doing talk to
between-
text, and Siri's not understanding what the hell he's saying.
He's just
Yeah,
in
yeah.
between
I was,
conversations, and he's drunk.
yeah, I was stationed in Fort Benning for about a year and so, back in 2005.
I have a picture of
Tomato,
me at
tomato.
Fort Benning.
Tomato,
on the
potato.
tower. The airborne
Oh,
tower.
airborne.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
You
was
gotta,
a
pull the thing, and then they release you, and then you float like a little lawn dart down.
Yeah, I used to run. Believe it or not, I used to run a lot in that area. But
Hey,
and
Ernie,
what's up?
so we're gonna start the walk on a weekend this time. So you have the weekends off, right?
Well, I have any day off because I am the boss. By the way,
Then Ernie, tell them about the time that I almost killed you.
which time are we talking about?
The time we were doing the 9/11 stair run.
Oh man,
How many smart ideas have you guys had prior to deciding to walk
there's many.
U.S.-Mexico border? Then there's
Quite
now
a
we're
few.
going coast to coast. Next thing you know, we're gonna go San Diego to Portland, Maine, or something.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
I'm in.
Yeah,
Next year, walk the line 3. We're already planning it. Or we're gonna go
You gotta-
reverse order this
You
time.
gotta hear this story, man. Ernie almost died on
Yeah,
me.
so as you can tell, I'm not in the best shape of my life. And
Round is a shape.
yeah, so very true. I must agree. And so we had the 9/11 stair climb. So it's me, Ramon, and another friend of ours, Raymond, another veteran. So we start this stair climb, and so we going up, down, up, down, up, down on this kind of like stadium kind of seating. And so as we're running, yelling, doing all these things, all of a sudden, as I'm going up towards the top of the stairs, my vision starts turning blurry. Everything starts turning dark a little bit. And I got Ramon over here. I'm a fucking Marine. Keep fucking running. And I swore to God, I went into like a camera is like, shooting its film and then it like falls over. That's what I started envisioning, man.
Oh,
And I got this guy running around saying he's a Marine. Fucking let's go. Let's keep running.
So
And then we only had to run like, how many laps was it? Like 5 or I don't remember.
11.
11. And then by the time we get to, he was like, okay, I think we did 13 or 14. I was like, you motherfucker.
So we were like at 16 laps, way over the required amount. And I didn't say anything because they were making fun of me, saying the Marines eat crayons and we don't know how to count. So I stopped counting. I didn't count. And so I actually did count, but I just kept running. And then all of a sudden, Ernie grabs a flag. He starts waving and he's all, hold the flag for me.
I think I'm going to die.
And then we get
Yeah,
him
that was pretty
down
rough.
the stairs, and there's a camera down there. There's a reporter. Like, Mr. Marscal, would you be interested in talking to us about your experience today? And then there's Ernie. I thought he was gonna die.
Yeah, like the fat kid that can't breathe. That was me. I was like,
Oh, I feel like that right now. I'm slowly losing weight because oh gosh, round. Horrible shape. Horrible shape.
But trip out when I said, tell him about the time that I almost killed you, or I almost got him killed, and he's which one?
Yeah. What's time? I'm
Yeah,
losing
man, it was
count.
we had some wild times, or we still have wild times.
Thank you, MD. She's out already, right? MD's gone.
Yeah, she's because we're still trying to. Now I'm kind of curious. Julie says she got a ban.
A ban from what?
From what? What happened?
Banned or banned?
Banned.
What? I don't understand. That's Australian for English. I don't understand.
Australians have a very different usage of some words, and
Yes.
it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a little confusing, and for some of us that speak English, it's even harder to understand. So
I want to go to Australia one day.
One day.
That could be a song.
Julie said that the women outnumber men 2-1, and they love
Is that
Americans.
Looks like I'm going sooner.
Yeah, even chubby ones.
Ernie's like, I'm moving to Australia.
Yes.
Hey, good luck playing the Hunger Games.
Yeah, Ernie's something else. I'm telling you, he's a special specimen.
Hey, I love having fun, man. That's what life's
Now-
all about, man.
Aren't you
Why,
also a
you know,
comedian?
you can look at life in a negative light, or you can look at it in a positive light.
Oh, here it comes.
Your
You
mindset.
said,
What? No, that's the way you view life. The way you think is how you live. If you think everything's negative, guess what you're gonna fucking live as? Fucking negative.
Negative. Yeah. That's what we were talking about earlier when we were doing this show and bringing up like different topics that are very serious about our community. Is going to be, we've got to be able to still be lighthearted and have fun like this, just kind of shooting the shit, so to speak, occasionally, because I mean, who's going to want to sit there and go, yeah, I just watched this depressing show, now I'm going to go to this depressing show, and oh, hey, look, another
we
depressing
got a few.
show.
We got a few.
I mean, I can't be like I don't watch TV anymore. I don't watch the news. I gave up on the news.
Oh man, I stopped watching that a long time ago.
I just read. I read the news, and even then, bias reporting is still pretty.
Yeah, and
I mean, I read the facts. You got to separate opinion from facts, and then just go from there, man. I mean,
well, my thing with that is that, listen, when politics get involved with anything, it pollutes it, man. It honestly does. And
yep.
I think we just need to learn how to accept that we are all different, and that's okay. But that shouldn't be pointed out to divide us. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I think, it's interesting because one of the things that was brought up in the meeting with Ramon's Walk is the political issue, right? So right now, everybody seems to be, if you are a Democrat, you're this, and they've pigeonholed you as that. And if you are a Republican, you must be right. You're just as bad as Trump or whatever And there's like no in between. Like I remember when I was a kid growing up, it didn't matter like where you were. You're like, all right, cool. That dude does that, and this one over here, he likes this. But we're gonna go hang out at the bar, have a drink. I really don't care what they do later on, But
yeah,
it's ridiculous where we're at. So now thinking about the walk, in comes the political issue.
Correct. Well, see, here's the thing with that, and with me, it's not left or right. This is about what's right. Does that make sense? What's right or wrong? It's wrong for somebody to be kicked out or like just thrown away. That served our country, man. These guys were willing to sacrifice their life. For instance, if the guy would have died in combat, he would have had, a military burial. He would have been treated like a hero. But yes, he got in trouble. There was some issues, and I'm not saying what they did was right. What I'm saying is that they need help. But to just get rid of the guy and throw him in another country and be like, fuck off, that's not right. It doesn't matter what the side of politics you are. If it's fucking wrong, it's wrong. And that's what we need to go to.
Yeah, and now, how many other issues? Okay, we got the common ones, right? We got homelessness, suicide,
drug addiction.
Yeah.
Then we have, now we have the deportation. What other issues are we missing?
Incarceration.
Okay.
How about the fact that we need an attorney to get our benefits?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I said, if you want something that sums up the shit our veterans have to deal with, is the fact that there are attorneys who specialize in veterans benefits, disability benefits. I mean, if that doesn't spell bullshit, I don't fucking know what does.
Raymond, good evening.
Hey, Raymond, how are you?
I like that. That's a pretty cool name. That's pretty sweet.
Well,
yeah, I mean, the issues are, and then what other issues are gonna, right? This is America. We've been like, we're constantly at war, right? We're constantly doing fighting, whatever it is. Ramon mentioned it earlier. What other issues are going to come around later on that we don't know about?
One of the things that I've been wanting to really look into, and Ernie sent me a little video clip the other day. It was referring a lot to the vaccines and whatnot, but I think it was going back to, the studies that have been conducted and what happens to our service members after, they test all this junk on us. Sergeant Major Mackey.
That right there. Okay, hold on, time out. That is my hero. Like, hands down, that
Mhm.
man is Sergeant Major Mackey is the Marine that I was injured with on December 23rd, 2009 in Afghanistan.
He is.
And did you know he was at the Beirut bombing in Lebanon?
Holy shit!
Just so you know how long that guy's career spanned. Like,
Damn.
when I first saw that, I was like, "There's no way." No.
Please don't tell me he was a staff sergeant already.
I don't know how he wasn't the sergeant major of the Marine Corps at one point. Like,
Wow.
I've
That's interesting.
he's the first Marine. Ramon, you know, don't make me blush. You know the shooting badges, right? We have our rifle and pistol badges, and then there's the competition badges that like you've never seen.
In the army,
The like gold one.
In the army, they have a grenade badge. So
Oh, that's true. You got to throw the grenade, right? Okay. Well, Sergeant Major Mackey has like the actual like gold shooting badge as well for like competition shoot. I'm like, wait, that thing exists? That's real? Like,
yep. Oh, he was a PFC. There you go. Oh,
yeah,
you're not
he was
that
PFC
old,
when he was in Beirut.
You're not that old. That was Beirut was what 80. What year was that? Sergeant Major 88.
82.
Early 80s.
Yeah, so it makes sense. You know, it's a 20-some year span. Yeah, it makes sense. PFC and then Sergeant Major.
Yeah, so 82, 92, there's 10 years. Let's hit
80,
2002.
Really? 82?
That's 20 years right there. By the way, he's still going, right? Like, he's like, it's not like the deployments end. How many countries he went to that are no longer countries?
Yeah, no shit.
Right, so the Soviet Union was still up and going at that time. 83.
Okay, 83.
Oh. I apologize, Sergeant Major. I got that in my history lessons in boot camp, but it's been such a long time for me. Like 25 years.
When I read a bio on him once because it's funny to see like he's just the wrong person to piss off because he is going to fix some problems if he has to. Like, it's just not the guy to piss off. And so if he has to, he's going to drag the media into it. And so there's like a bio I remember seeing of him once. It's like, so he's been to some 80 different countries in his 30-year Marine Corps career, some of which are no longer countries. Fuck.
That's crazy.
Deployed God knows how many times. And that's not just the combat deployments.
That's dedication, man. That's fucking dedication.
That guy is it is impressive.
Can't question his fucking dedication.
You know what's funny is, or it's not funny, but I wonder about this. So we're talking about issues. Look at when you look at the difference in like his injuries versus mine. You know, for all intents and purposes, I'm essentially like from the outside looking in, I'm fine. Sergeant Major Mackey is instantly a dual amputee. He is actually awake and conscious the entire freaking time, and I am just out freaking cold. Eventually, like, I think died on a helicopter or something. I don't know, that's weird. Wow. And then it's him that's like bringing me back to life. So later on, when he gets to Bethesda, he's instantly like, his mindset is, all right, we're doing this. We're rehabbing. We're going to fix some problems. We're going to solve some shit, right? Then there's me, where people are like, I'm much younger at the time of the injury. People are trying to tell me some 5-6 months later, hey man, you got a problem. You might want to nah, I'm a Marine. I'm big, bad, and tough. Screw you guys. You have the life experience of what he had at that point, right? And my life experience of like my 2 deployments, yay, to a country that's still a country. I don't know if it'll ever exist one day. That's actually really cool to think about.
You mentioned, hey Radio, you mentioned Sergeant Major Mackey when you were, I guess, paying tribute to one of the Marines that didn't come home.
So Sergeant Chris Urbeck is a Marine that I only met when I got to Afghanistan. So I didn't know him prior to. And anyone that knows me really well, especially when I was in the Marine Corps, I'm like the biggest advocate for Anglico and what we do. And I will go and talk anyone's ear off all day long about Anglico and how glorious we are. So somehow, when I was at their main base, Fiddler's Green, where Sergeant Major Mackey was the battalion sergeant major for 310, I come across this guy, Sergeant Urbeck. And I'm like, hey, man, let me tell you what Anglico does. And so every time I'd be back there, and then every time he'd be at where we were at, CP Huskers, he'd always be giving me crap about, are you going to tell me about Anglico? Hell yeah, I am. I need you over here. And so that day, him and Corpsman Doc Latham are responsible for saving Sergeant Major Mackey's life. Like, as he's cracking jokes the whole time. Like that. I can only imagine what they were going through. And Sergeant Major Mackey's over here just rattling off joke after joke, bro.
Top dog right there.
Hey.
They don't make them like that anymore.
Some people. But no, he was, in the short amount of time that I had known him, Chris was, he's every bit the person that you wish and want to be. Like, this is a guy that's, the Doc stole your Copenhagen.
Still remember that shit.
He's that guy you want to go to battle, man. You want to take into battle,
Yeah, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're 100% correct. That's too funny. I didn't know he stole your Copenhagen. And mind you, Sergeant Major Mackey and I was there with my 4-man team as their radio guy, and I'm there to support and just do whatever it is that we're doing. I didn't know Sergeant Major Mackey prior. I didn't fall under his command stuff. So I'm out with his guys at this tiny little shithole, and our fate intertwines that day and I still haven't met him in person, but I got in contact with him almost 2 years ago, close to the 10-year anniversary of when we were injured. And I'm like, all right, it's time to reach out to him, because he always would mention yeah, I was injured with this other guy. And, well, hey, how's it going? I'm that other guy. Sorry, I'm not cooler.
Hi, other guy.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, if you got to be stuck with someone the rest of your life, I definitely got the good end of this deal. He got the shit end of the stick on that one. Just saying. So, I mean, so actually, Sergeant Major, he's got this, if I remember correctly, he has a wheelchair that is like a tank. I sort of it's got a tank track on it.
What?
We're bringing that out. Yeah, I saw a picture of this thing, and he's got I don't know. Maybe Sergeant Major, if you're still here, could you explain that damn thing? He got his own personal it's like a tank. It's him in his own little personal mini tank. Yeah, he also might have. Someone might have crossed him the wrong way once recently, and that didn't end well for that guy.
Yeah. Ernie, whatever you're doing is really loud. What is
it's
that?
Ernie. That's what he does. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
So now,
He's a loud guy.
now we still haven't. We're planning this whole thing. We still haven't found exactly right. We got holy crap, Los Angeles to vaguely kind of Los Angeles, Long Beach.
What's going to be?
The track chair. Do you still have? It's like a tank.
The track chair. Hey, Sergeant Major, post a picture.
That
Yeah,
thing
we need a
is
picture.
awesome. I think he has a picture on his Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a damn tank.
I want one. But
Is he sitting on a whoopee cushion or something?
I have no idea what he's doing.
What the hell's going on?
But even walking.
Frickin', ay, Jesus, frickin' Ernie.
What are we talking about?
I thought you sat on a whoopee cushion or something. So we're planning the walk. We're in the beginning phases. We kind of got some stuff together. We had our meeting today. We're trying to see if Oscar's going to be on board. We got to get some others on board as well. Sergeant Major Mackey actually is. He could bring up a lot in regards to like veterans issues because he's gotten pretty good at spearheading some stuff. I'm actually gonna have to pick his brain a little bit here.
There you go, logistics.
Ernie, what are you doing?
I'm walking.
He's talking logistics. I'm horrible with logistics.
Sorry, Major, where are you located at? If you don't mind me asking.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for asking, Ernie.
Yeah, I think I think that the best approach is obviously we're gonna need one whole team for the walk itself, and then we need to coordinate with different groups along the way to set up this the rallies or whatnot. So what's going on?
I don't know what's beeping. That's not me.
He quickly was like, "Nope, not me. I have no idea what you're talking about."
Is it, am I running low on battery or what? No, I'm good.
Something was
You got the
beeping.
gold microphone there, buddy. Jacksonville, North Carolina. That guy.
Oh
is
boy.
The golden
Target
mic.
through and
time.
through. He is Marine through and through.
Ow.
I got to give that to Marines.
I mean, I'm just saying. So, I'm going to talk to Sergeant Major here about other issues as well, because logistically, I mean, he would know a thing or two, because he's definitely seen a thing or 12.
I've seen a thing or two.
He's seen a thing or like 12 or 24 or 40.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Definitely been around the world a few times.
That's interesting.
I've never even been on a Navy ship.
Oh my God, you don't want to.
You mean a Navy boat?
Yeah, you don't want to. Trust me, it's not fun and not enjoyable.
I mean, I didn't even get to use my Uber properly. That's horrible.
There's 4E6.
the
I'm
Air
gonna tell you
Force
one
was my-
experience that I had when you're on ship. Everyone does field day, right?
Okay.
And
That's kinda cool, actually.
we have a detachment of Marines on the ship, and I am a sergeant on that ship, on that detachment. And some sailor E5, E6 comes over and he says, or an E4, I don't remember. He says, "Hey, Sergeant, it's field day." And I said, "Yep, aren't my men already on it?" And he's like,
Ship suck.
"Yeah, on ship we all clean. You guys have the head." And my reaction is I went fucking DI on him. And the look on his face was he
Good
was
reaction.
terrified. He was 3 times my size, by the way. And
Everyone's afraid of a Marine Corps drill instructor. It doesn't matter.
he
how
was not ready for that. So what happened is I had just finished the night shift. I did the night shift. I went and hit the rack. And I told my guys, I told my PFCs and Lance Corporals, "Hey, you guys take care of the head, please. I'm gonna get some sleep." And this guy came and woke me up, and it was not pretty. So I was pacing him around in my underwear, no shoes, no socks, no shirt. Going
no
off.
service.
So, hey, man, you don't do that shit. You know, sergeants don't fucking clean heads. We don't do any of that shit. That's dumb. He tried to school me, and that didn't work out.
We lost
What
Ernie.
happened?
That's okay.
We lost Ernie.
That's okay. We'll talk to Ernie next week.
Jesus Christ, that was a noisy situation.
Ernie's fun.
Ernie's
Ernie's
a fun
fun.
guy, man. I enjoy
Ernie's
hanging out
fun.
with him.
Just, so beginning stages, it's going to be interesting. Next week, we're going to have more. We're going to have a guest on next week. We're actually going to start posting, because this is only week 2. We're working out some kinks here, people. Actually going to start posting about the show now, because we got to have, right? So that's going to be fun. Because there's going to be a lot going on. Got a lot of cool things coming up here with VRS and everything on the network. The bar is still the bar. Terrell is still live from his basement usually.
That is that bar was pretty fun. I had a good time on it.
It's I actually have decided that every Saturday. Oh God, I drank a lot last Saturday. I have not done shots in God knows how long, and they got me to drink. It was also my birthday, so they were like,
Oh,
why is
happy
radio not
birthday.
wasted? And I was like, radio
How
doesn't
old?
really drink. Huh? What?
How old?
37.
37.
Yeah.
Young buck. Yeah, man.
I mean,
that's-
I look pretty hot for being 37.
yeah, I didn't think you were. I didn't think you were 37. You're pretty good, man. Holding it well.
Yeah, I mean, we're only seeing like this much of me right now. The gut.
That's normal. That's
We're
normal.
getting there. I'm losing the weight. I'm trying to. I've got to, because you know what? I gotta stay healthy because I'm not exactly the world's greatest eater.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, gotta do some stuff to like.
Yeah.
I want to be in shape. I don't want to leave here any sooner than I have to. I kind of realize I like hanging out in this place.
Yeah, well, you also want to get there. You want to live a good quality of life. When you get there to an older age, and obese and sickness, and obesity and sickness, and all that other stuff. I mean, how it's not a good life. I mean, I don't know. I want to go out drinking, smoking, and dancing. I don't want to go out like, on a hospital bed. Like,
I wonder, is that an issue that veterans have?
what's that?
You brought it up in obesity.
Yeah, that's one. I mean, just a change in lifestyle. Who is old? Like, somebody
Me?
That guy, the 37-year-old, is old.
Me.
But
Yeah, no, I'm actually curious about that. Is obesity a problem within the veteran community?
it might be. I don't know. It's something to look up. I'm just
Because
telling you. I believe that
yeah,
all the crap that's pumped into our system has an adverse effect on our system, the way our body reacts to just about everything, from food to drinks to, I mean, to other medication. And I
yeah,
think that the government might be aware of some of these issues. And I also think that they've also turned a blind eye to a lot of these issues and haven't done their necessary legwork or studies or whatever to look into what these vaccines and all this other stuff they put in our bodies, what the side effects that come from it. So I think that there's a lot more to this. I don't think that this is just all PTSD. I think a lot of it, and neurological issues are affected. Our minds are affected. Obesity, not so much. Overweight, yes. Well, according to Marine Corps standards, we're all fat asses.
yeah. Although their new physical fitness test, I gotta actually hand it to the Marine Corps. It's actually pretty damn good.
Good.
Yeah, no longer are the days of the 20 pull-ups. You got to do 23 now for a max, and it's dependent on your age.
Wow.
The minimum requirement is no longer 3; it's 4.
Shit, that's good. If you couldn't do 4 pull-ups, get out of here, man.
Yeah.
So
But falling in line with other branches of service, they wanted to give you the option, right? Like, did you want to ride a bike or did you want to run? One of those?
Oh,
No. So the Marine Corps said, okay, you can choose pull-ups or push-ups, but if you choose push-ups, we're going to dock you 30 points on your score. So you can only get like 270. What was that? Yeah, math for Marines. 270 is the highest you could get.
wow.
Like, that's pretty impressive, actually. I was like, oh, okay.
You know what? At my age, I think that riding a bike is much more. I thought riding a bike was better, and then I did that 25-mile bike ride, and I almost died.
I think next year we do ride the line. That's
Yeah. Whatever works, man. I'm down.
I mean,
But I'm telling you, even 35 miles on a bike is a real pain in the ass.
rowing is a bitch.
Rowing is a bitch.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
I
it
don't
is.
care what anyone said. Like, no. Like, Those is it the Olympic thing where they? Oh God, that's
Yeah, that kicks my ass. I don't care what kind of shape I'm in. That is not a pleasant exercise.
yeah. So we are gonna head out. Hour and a half, good mark. I like it. Next week number 3, we're gonna have some fun stuff. We're gonna start posting about it shortly. So we're gonna create a bunch of other things as well.
Tasks for next week. The first leg of the walk will be laid out. So we'll announce the first leg location and the first maybe 5 days until we leave California and get into Arizona. So that will be ready. Locations, stopping points, approximate mileage per day. Hopefully we'll have an answer from Oscar by then, who I'm going to call as soon as we hang up.
I need to know if you're going to be my safety vehicle driver at less than 1 mile per hour.
I just need him to be looking out for me. I trust him with my life.
Yes, you do. Because the amount of times he had to come save you. Ramon, turn left, and Ramon goes right. And the next thing you know, Ramon's calling me on the phone. He's in like somewhere in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico. Not the home state. Well, it is the home state, kind of Sergeant Major Mackey, right? Yeah, I think he was originally from New Mexico.
I'm gonna send you one of the videos of the time that I found the trail, and I had to use a smuggler route that I found to get me back to safety. I actually took video of it.
I would love to see that. That'd be great.
I'll send it to you. We can play it next week.
Absolutely, that'll be great. Sergeant Major Mackey, thank you. We're gonna have to bring him on too, because Sergeant Major Mackey is awesome.
Yeah. Sergeant Major, if you're on next week, let's have a conversation.
Absolutely. And everyone else that was there, thank you. Have fun. Have a good night. Everyone take care of yourself. And, my cat decided to show up. Look at that. Oh, wait, wrong side. It's that side. Pixel, hey, how's it going? Your blanket's that way. Later.